It's now time to use the skills that we learned in the previous video. In this video, we're going to start sculpting a dinosaur, and we're going to finish it in the next video. Let's go ahead and select this cube, hit Shift 3 to do a subdivision surface modifier, click the wrench, add modifier, generate mirror. Now as I tap into edit mode and move this, you can see that it mirrors. In this chapter, we're going to do a lot of time lapsing because you already know a lot of these skills, and so I don't want to be repetitive or tedious. And so in this next little bit, I will time lapse, but I will explain what I'm doing as I do it. So what I do before I start to sculpt is I use these cubes with the subdivision surface modifier, and just through scaling and stretching and extruding and adding more cubes, I basically make the shape that I want to have as the base of my model. If this was real sculpting with clay, it'd kind of be like making the base shapes using aluminum foil. And so I go ahead and just move all of these vertices and things of that nature and move the different parts the way that they need to be moved, so I have a base mesh that I can sculpt upon. It doesn't need to look perfect, just enough to kind of give me the overall shape. Now that we have the base mesh done, go ahead and select it, and go ahead and click Sculpt mode. Remember, you can also click here. Drag these out so you can see the names, and now what we want to do is remesh this. So what we can do is go up to the remesh and just have the default settings, but before we do that, we might want to consider these legs and separate them so that I can sculpt on them individually. So let's go back to object mode, and then tab into edit mode, and with those legs selected, hit P to separate the selections from one another. And so with those separated, I can basically sculpt on them individually and then just duplicate them. Go ahead and select the dinosaur, go back to sculpt mode, and let's go to remesh. Now, we'll notice that it didn't really remesh very well, and that's because we didn't apply the modifier. So let's undo this, go back to the modifiers and apply those. And now I can go back to remesh and hit remesh. And now if I hold shift, you can see that it's one solid mesh as I smooth that out. Let's go ahead and turn on symmetry. And now as I sculpt, it's going to sculpt on both sides. Let's go ahead and start with clay strips and then change the size with F. And then let's go ahead and move this over, just kind of get our workspace correctly. And now I'm just going to block in the correct shapes. Now notice, I don't have Dino Topo on. I do that when I kind of want more detail. I just start with blocking out the shapes first. Now that I've started, let's actually pick the move brush down here, and then let's just start to move out to get the shapes before we start to add in some detail. So there's a better head shape, for example. Maybe move out the neck, and you'll notice I'm just doing small little tweaks, and then I look at it from different angles to make sure it's looking good. F to increase the size, and then let's kind of make the ridge there. And so this helps you understand that when we were blocking this out with the subdivided cubes, it didn't have to be perfect. And now we can go ahead and smooth out with Shift, zoom out all the way, and then Shift to smooth the whole thing. And it's looking really good. So over to the side, let's go to the brushes and click Clay Stripes. Now as I try to build up on this, well, first let's actually turn on Dino Topo. And the default settings are good. And now as I start to sculpt into that, you can see that I'm getting some extra geometry. I use this to just basically make details, getting muscles and forms. And remember, holding control will cut into it, and then not control will build on top of that. So here I'm going to go ahead and just increase the speed of the video because you don't really want to watch me just sculpt the whole time. The process I'm going through as you see this though, is just building up with clay strips, holding control to cut into a mesh, and then shift to smooth. Just building up the different forms, looking, zooming in and out of the model, and just seeing what it looks good. Now what I also like to do is use Draw Sharp, as you can see me doing here, to kind of get some creases or edges along the mesh, and then holding shift as well. Somewhere that Blender really shines is you can actually alternate between sculpting and then actually editing models. So we're going to get out of sculpting just for a second and add some eyes and details now that we've kind of got the form where we want it to be. So in Blender, go ahead and hit Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere, and then let's add a modifier, Generate, Mirror, tab into edit mode, and now as I move this, you can basically see that we have eyes and we can scale them and put them where we want in the object, like such. And now you can kind of play around until you get the effect that you want. Now I can duplicate with that Shift D, scale that down, and then kind of use that like that. So it's kind of like the pupils of the eyes. Now let's use those eyes as a benchmark. So select the dinosaur, and then go up here and go to Sculpt mode. We can go ahead and move this over to give us more space. And now we're just going to sculpt around the eyes to make it look a little bit more interesting. So maybe you can start with clay strips and build up some forms and shapes. Or you can go to Draw Sharp and maybe even cut in some forms and shapes. Remember, hold Control to have Draw Sharp come out like that. Let's go ahead and turn on Dino Topo and change down this amount to maybe 15%. The lower, the more detail. Now, even though that we have Dino Topo turned on, certain brushes actually don't Dino Topo this. So as we do this, you can see Draw Sharp doesn't actually Dino Topo it. Either does the Smooth brush. And so as you're cutting in details, you will need to go to either Draw or Draw Stripes if you want that. But that's okay. You can see that we're actually getting really good effect without having to topologize this. But now as I go to this mouth, you can start to see that there is a lack of geometry. So going to either Draw or Draw Stripes, you can see that we can add some more geometry because Dino Topo is on. And now as I work with that and I work with Draw Sharp, I can get the details that I want and need. Just building up shapes and just kind of cutting in the detail that we want. Let's go back to the Draw Sharp brush over at the side, and we're just going to really strongly cut into this so that there's a lot of detail. And again, we're going to 3D print this, so it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to get the basic details out. Now, I want to kind of make the eyes look a little bit different. So over in the brush panel, you'll see Deform Elastic, or Elastic Deform, excuse me, and you can start to move the eyebrows depending upon the direction that I'm looking. And so I'm just going to kind of make it look like a more angry looking dinosaur. And so this is a really good place to stop for this video. In the next video, we'll go ahead and finish up the dinosaur. We'll add details, finish the feet, merge it all together with remesh, and then resculpt in any details that we might have lost. I'll see you in the next video.